Here during Ferris State football as the Bulldogs get ready to face Grand Valley State this Saturday with Coach Tony Annese. And Coach, first of all, going back to that Michigan Tech game, got to be really pleased to come back off a long road trip with a victory.
Yeah, it's obviously always a huge victory, not because of the long road trip, although that does wear on an old guy like me, not the young guys, but because they're good. They're really tough, and they're always tough, but like they. Very impressive physicality from them. They've Coach Metlick's done a great job, and they're just a program that keeps on, getting better. So happy to beat them.
Obviously, you had some guys really step in to some key situation with some injuries, and guys that were really ready to go when it was their turn called upon.
Yeah, it's the way things are, right? You just got to have next man up mentality, and we've been able to do that really with great effectiveness. The defense was incredible. So, 5 interceptions in the first half. And Alston, when Alex got hurt, Alex is a super young man. Love Alex, just an amazing young man. But Alston's been our corner for, a lot of games, right? And so he just moved back to corner instead of being the nickel, and then he got a pick six. So defense played great. Offense was pretty mediocre, but it was great to put together a victory against them.
Getting ready for Saturday, what's the preparation been like over the course of this week as you guys get ready to face GVSU?
Yeah, it's the same. It never changes with us. It doesn't matter who we play. We've never been that kind of program that targets any team as a special opponent, The only reason it's always a big game is because they're always really good, and so always well prepared and always a dogfight with them. So that's why it's such a big thing for us, not because they live in Allendale and we live in Big Rapids and the rivalry. That doesn't mean anything to us. What means everything to us is they're always really good, and we got to beat them to achieve some of the things we need to achieve. In 2022, we lost to them, and we still achieved the national championship. So that's really the only, exception to our rule, right? Where, okay, we were all right there. We won the national championship still, but most of the time, this means more than just a game between GV and Ferris.
Obviously, nice to have them back at home. 4 straight matchups down there, Lubber Stadium, with a couple playoff games in there.
Yeah, it's good to be home. I said this the other day. I felt like I was in my 50s when last time we were at Ferris, but yeah. That part of it is pretty cool. It's nice to host them again, and they earned it, right? In 22, they beat us, so the second game had to be down there. The weird one was the back-to-back 23-24. deal, with a home game for them, but other than that, we like going down there. They've got a great environment. We like playing here. I've told you before, home away, it doesn't matter to us. We just show up and play. And the Acre-Bone Trophy, everybody makes a big deal out of it. Where is it? Does anybody? I don't even know where it is. I haven't seen it in probably 6 months. So that trophy, having that trophy, means very little to us. Winning the game and having the things that we want to achieve as the season wears down towards the end here, that's the most important.
Coach, you guys have set a lot of records this year, 21 straight, and I know you set some records for offensive yards total. Just does that mean anything to you, or are you just focus on the opponent?
No, it's just focus on the opponent. We don't, until Rob tells me all these things, we don't know. I didn't know how many we'd won. I didn't know if it's a school record. I couldn't remember the last school record. So, 3 shutouts in 3 games, back to back to back, huge thing. But, when Tech scored 3 points the other day, nobody said, "Oh my gosh, holding them to a goose egg, that goes away." Nobody even really said anything about it. So we're not built that way. Our guys, just try to perform the best every day and bring it on Saturdays.
What do you think that says about just the state of your program, that is the case?
Yeah, it's who we are. People all the time, I hear people saying things about their program, and I would say we might be the model. Study Ferris State and how our kids approach things, because it's been unbelievable. I heard Nick Saban talking about, like, he hated when he was ranked number 1 in the nation preseason, and how that that was hard to keep their guys balanced. We don't even know what we're ranked. Nobody even mentions what we're ranked. Nobody cares what we're ranked. And so our guys just come to work every day. They're great practice players, work their tail off, have high expectations. People say, oh, you think you're going to be complacent? You're the reigning national champion. I haven't felt like that for 1 second here. And just, I'm proud of our guys for being that way, and proud of the coaching staff for making sure that they are that way, and it's pounded in their head.
Sure. Bit of rivalry this weekend, but a lot of back and forth games. Is there a sense of respect, or is it kind of just a little hatred for them?
No bitter, no hatred, none of those words. I like them. I was actually texted with one of their former linebackers yesterday, and when it all comes down to it, like, it's like, okay, Grand Valley guys, they're, I had a camp this summer where one of their former linebackers was like one of the nicest kids on earth, and he used to make me mad because he was so good and made every play, and now he's at a camp where I am, and super young man. So there's no bitterness, there's nothing. It's just, the schools make a bigger rivalry than what we do. We just come and play that game.
Sure. And then I have to ask about Trinidad Chambliss. Just how cool has that been, watching his success?
It's awesome. It's family's very close. It's funny. I'll pull my phone up. I know people hate that, but I just got a text at 11:40 from his dad, and that's my daughter, and they're together. Trent, he says, "Good morning, Coach. Look who was our educational leader today at Ken ISD. She did a wonderful job." So, in this area, it's pretty cool, but really proud of Trinidad. Love his family, and just, it's just, his mom texted me the other day and said, "Man, Ferris people just love, they keep on showing love to us, and it makes her so happy." So it's just a great deal, and it goes to show that, our guys can really succeed at a high level.
For sure. And through that, the national attention, College Game Day talking about Ferris State, on broadcast talking about Ferris State, just that exposure, what does that mean to the program?
Yeah, it got Rob and Sandy and I another $50,000 bonus. So, no, I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does for Ferris. I mean, it's cool, right? We're mentioned a lot, but it's I still don't get any money from our guys going to Ole Miss, and Linto starting at Tulsa, and Cephas starting in Western Michigan. We just lose guys and don't get any benefits from it. But yeah, it's obviously Ferris is mentioned a lot, and for our university, I'm sure it matters a lot.